Surf's up. We're doing the power rankings for the teams going into the season, into EWC. And by the time this is published on YouTube, it might look a little bit foolish because I'm going to edit it down a little bit and I might miss the first day of matches and there might be some upsets. But the power rankings to me aren't just a ranking based off of the last 6 months of play necessarily. It's if I got all these teams in something like a triple elimination bracket where it keeps resorting itself as it moves on, this is how I think the teams would fare throughout the entirety of the tournament, okay? If they basically had to play right now. Obviously, a lot's going to change. The teams are going to come into the season with various levels of form. I am not aware of what they are doing in practice necessarily, so that could change things a lot.
That everyone dreams about. Make your dreams come true on Skin Club.
But yes, a power ranking is more just if they were all thrown into a giant tournament, how would they end up? What is my ranking? I'm going to start from the very bottom here. And I think one team that deserves a shout out because if they're legit, they are effing good. It's Zero Tenacity. Nemanja is effing good. If they are cheating, if they are wall hacking, radar hacking, if they are using any sort of illicit means to find the wins that they do in the games that I watch, well, then that's that, okay? 29, a team that I've also been keeping an eye on that I've been pleasantly surprised by, is a team where we're seeing some redemption from some players. We're seeing a couple players that are actually popping off. I'm not entirely shocked, but I'm shocked that one of their players is an in-game leader now. I am shocked that one of their players is an in-game leader. I did not see this one coming, but they've been good. And this is Bait, B8, Head Trick, NPL, getting a bit of redemption. I like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Bait. This is based off of what I'm seeing, guys. This is what I'm seeing. If I were to throw every team into a bracket today, I think the team that emerges victorious throughout the entirety of the tournament is going to be... I don't even think there's much suspense here. This is where people are going to think the list is fraudulent because I'm just taking from HLTV at this point, but I think that they've got the #1 player in the world. They've got the #4 player in the world. It is Spirit. I think Spirit is pretty clearly the best team right now. But number two is actually a little bit different than I think HLTV has. Actually, I don't know what HLTV has at number 2, but I think that this team has been playing some of the best Counter-Strike. If the event is a studio event, I would have them making it to the grand finals almost regularly, okay? That's Mouz. I got Mouz there, number 2. I think Mouz has been excellent. I think Mouz has been fantastic. They have one of the best riflers in the world in Exertion, not named Donk, basically. I think you could make a case that in terms of very recent form, and I know that people are going to look at this and they're going to say, wait, but on your top 21 list, you had Exertion not even in the top 10. Yeah, but that's for the whole year. I'd say the last couple of months, he's been incredible, though. So, number 2 is Mouz. Now, number 3, I'm going to be going with a team that just simply epitomized consistency throughout all of CS2. I think that if you threw them into the ringer right now, threw them into the gauntlet, that they're going to come out, especially, I'm saying this is essentially a way to look at this, guys, is triple elimination tournament. This is a triple elimination tournament that they care about, okay? Everybody's going to care about it. I would say that this team would make it through deep. I'm putting FaZe Clan. I think FaZe Clan's going to go deep. Yep. FaZe up. FaZe up, boys and girls. FaZe up. I don't think that they're as high as the rankings have them as. 3D Max, number 28. 3D Max, number 28. Right now in the HLTV standings, 3D Max is Maka, Lucky, Joko, Exercise, Gravity at 27. Number 27, I'm going to go a little bit higher than them. I am putting GamerLegion. I am putting GamerLegion number 27. I think with ZTR, and this is me ranking based off of speculation. With ZTR at the helm, I think that this team actually sees an improvement. For number 26, I'm having a group of Danish guys that I think are going to punch up this season. I think that they're going to punch up this season is TSM. I actually think that this is the best iteration of TSM for quite some time. They've got Valde, Nico, Acor, Altex, Xiphon. For my money, that's a top 30 team in the world. Yeah, above GamerLegion, 3D Max, and Bait. You know what? Actually, you know what? Here. I think this team is gonna. I think it'll do something this season. I think they can enter the top 35 this season from basically nothing. Hobbit, Neelan, Buster, Ryujin, Laddick. Ooh. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go a little deeper. 1 win. I'm gonna do 32. Bleed. There. Done. Okay, you guys happy? Number 4. Another team that I imagine is going to make it deep into my triple elimination tournament that is seeded practically randomly. I am going to put a team with an arguably top 3 player in the world. Actually, it's not arguable. He is a top 3 player in the world, but they've been experiencing some hiccups. I think some of these teams would beat them, and that is going to be Vitality. Vitality. Big paychecks. Top 4 finish in my bracket. If I'm pitting them versus practically everybody, I have seen Vitality lose to the random team here and there. They lost to VP pretty recently. Number 5, a team that if you give them a lot of time, they would finish well at this tournament. If you give their coach a big run-up, a lot of runway going into the tournament, they can beat just about anybody. That is Navi. Natus Vincere. Give them time. I will give them time. Number 6, a team that's coming in with a bit more consistency. They showed a little bit of an uptick at the very end of the season. Still have a lot to figure out, but if I were coming up with the power rankings today, I would put some faith in them. I see a good amount of firepower. It's just about figuring things out. And that team, to me, and hey, all of us and everybody does this. Every single person always does this. We always overrate this team, and they always let us down, and they could lose to practically everybody. Virtus.pro. I am absolutely overrating them. I am not ashamed to say it. It is absurd. It is crazy. It is bonkers. I feel almost bad. Number 7. Number 8. Number 8. I'm skipping number 7 right now because you'll see in just a second. This is the team that is most commonly misconstrued, okay? As in, like, people go to my list for all of 2024 and, like, they're like, why do you rate all these players? Why are you rating them worse than what they are? Why are you saying that they had a bad report card? It's because they didn't make the major, and they've only now just had an uptick. This is Astralis, okay? Astralis to me is number 8. I do have more faith in them than some of the teams over here. Okay? Number 7. You know them. You love them. We just saw their tier list come together. It is the Mongolz. I have a lot of faith in the Mongolz coming up right now. And it's mostly because I lost a lot of faith. It is mostly because I lost a lot of faith in a lot of these other teams. The Mongolz for me are number 7 right beneath Virtus.pro. I mean, after seeing what I've seen, I'm a believer. I am a believer in a lot of these rosters, okay? I am a believer in what they've done. It feels like they've tightened up their game plan. They're not as random as they were when they were playing with some of their other dudes on the roster. Back with, who were some of their guys? Score and Annihilation. With Score and Annihilation, they were a little bit more random. But in a triple elimination tournament, I have a good amount of faith in this team, okay? I do have a good amount of faith in this team. All right? I'm gonna have to change some spots up, okay? Number 25. Okay, I think Monte would be in my tier list of these teams. Monte goes right here, right there. I don't have a lot. I don't know what to think of that team. I don't have number 25. Between these teams, if I were to take a huge tournament, slap them all together, and I wanted to see who comes out on top, Imperial. I think actually, you know what? Imperial got 9. Ooh, they got Try. Ooh, they got Try, actually. That might bump them up one. Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't actually. I honestly, okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think losing Mouz was really bad for M80. Very, very bad. Very bad for M80. Yep, there we go. M80 right there above Bait. Okay? I think M80 is gonna lose a lot of steam from not having Mouz. I have faith in some of their players. They can still stay a top 30 team, which is great for a North American tier 1.5 roster. But you got me hard pressed to say that this team could hold on to the top 30. That even is a stretch for me right now. At the end of the day, they got a top 2 player in the world. Okay, I don't agree with the moves that they made, and I think it bounces them out of the top 5 or top 6, but that is G2, okay? G2, even with Snacks, even with Mongolz, I think that they're going to find some level of form, and I also think Monte and Nico can carry them, and also, you'll just get random pop-offs from other players. Number 9. I don't agree with what they did, but it's got me excited. I don't agree with what they did, but I am excited. I didn't want to see Twist as in-game leader. I never thought I'd want to see that. I never thought I'd want to see Twist as in-game leader. But god damn it. God damn it, I'm getting a little excited. I'm getting a little too... Nah. I can't do it to him. I can't do it to him. Okay, we're going to put Liquid. Boom. Boom. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Here we go. Liquid at number 13. Liquid at number 13. Okay, we got 3 teams that are better than Liquid. I see the 3 teams. I see the 3 teams I'm going to put. I just need to know what order I'm putting them in. I'm going to tell you guys right now what those teams are. The teams are this, and this, okay? Eternal Fire, Complexity, Heroic. I'm just thinking the order that I'm putting them between 10 through 12 right now. Because one of them will be happy that they're a top 10 team. Eternal Fire did make it through the entire CCT, okay? Then I'm going to put Heroic, and then I'm putting Complexity right above them. Okay, boom, done. All right, it's done. This team already has shown a marked uptick in performance. I feel like it would be, in many ways, criminal to leave them out of a list like this for what they did in Dallas at Fire League. It's 9Z. 9Z. 9Z at number 14 as the best South American team. The best South American team is 9Z right now. And I still have a lot of faith in this team. Okay, I'm going to be real. I think that this team's on the come up pretty hard right now. I think that they have an Opper that's probably better than actually a few of the teams above them. I think Wrinkle is better than Oppers on all of these teams. All of those teams. I think Wrinkle's better than all of those Oppers. And so NIP, if anybody, has a lot of upwards mobility in this sort of power ranking. I think you could take any of those teams and yeah, Wrinkle's better than Martinez, Wrinkle's better than Ultimate, Wrinkle's better than Halzerk, Wrinkle's better than Degster, and Wrinkle is better than Woxic. I stand by that. I think if you look at even Oppers above him, Shiro's better, Torzi's almost equal with him, Brokey's better, Zywoo's better, Wonderful is only better sometimes. Actually, Wonderful's been kind of weird lately. James is actually not better. 910 is better sometimes when he feels like it. It's like the ones that are kind of weird and I'm not always sure if they're better are these guys. Yeah, that's it. Those only those 3. But I think Monte, Device, Zywoo, Brokey, and Shashiro are definitely better. Number 27, the weakest of these teams. If I put them in a tournament right now, a whole country's going to get mad at me. But this is just being honest. I think they have, of all of these teams, I think they actually have the worst Opper. I think of actually every single team here, I'm going to go down all the way to... I think they have the worst Opper in all 37 teams. It's FlyQuest. FlyQuest, number 27. I think Alistair is the worst Opper of all of these teams. 26. 26. As it stands, I've been seeing this team just losing points. I've just been seeing this team losing points. I thought that they had the most valuable player in all of Brazil for a period of time, but it does not seem like they've come together since then. They're struggling. They are struggle bussin'. It is Pain. Yeah, Pain has been, unfortunately, I want to believe in more happening. I want to believe in, say, Biguzera, NQZ. NQZ is kind of shaky. Kawaz is okay. Snow and Lux. I mean, they've just been changing things a lot, and I think also Biguzera kind of stole our breath at the major with such a crazy individual performance, but I just don't think that they've been nearly as strong lately. Number 16, I like the moves that this team made. I think a lot of people want to just say that, you know, some of their players sold themselves to an org that has proven incapable of putting winning pieces around one of the best riflers in the world. But I have faith. I have faith. I think that the roster moves are really strong for them. I think the roster moves are very strong for them. Coming in 2 slots behind the best South American team. It is the second best South American team. It is Furia. It is Furia. There's Saw, 34. That's where Saw is for me. Number 25. This team has been really on the downtrend. I think Magnagez is just farming people for rating. I don't even know if he's just eco hunting. Now we know the truth. He's actually just eco fragging. So BetBoom at number 25. BetBoom 25. This team has shown a level of consistency that has been pretty admirable in the tier 2 space. I feel like their Opper is a little random, as in he positions himself in some wacky ways. But I really wanted to give them a shout out. And that is, they got all crazy hair. I think someone even got mad at them because they all dyed their hair one times. It is Aurora. Aurora at number 17. Yes. Yes. I feel like some people might think that's too high, but I think I'm pretty comfortable with the teams all beneath them. I don't love this team in its current formation. I think they are one move away from being a real top 20 team in my power rankings. That is Fnatic. They have a couple strong pieces. Natus and BlameF are sick. I think Natus and BlameF should both be playing for top 15 teams. They've got the rest of the team around them. And I don't always have the most faith in the rest of the team. But I think that they're going to be doing a bit more. I think they're going to be moving up a little bit here and there. And now number 23. They made some changes lately. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to improve that much. I think they're kind of hard capped with what they are. I feel like they needed to make a roster change in the offseason if they really wanted to secure themselves a spot at the upcoming major, but they didn't. They just stuck around, and they were in the F tier of my Czech Steelers tier list. It is Falcons. It is Falcons. I think they did improve a little bit in terms of consistency once they added Dupree, but I don't know. It's kind of at a cost of losing the ceiling that they had with Boros, which feels crazy to say, but that's real. And this team, I think I already just touched them with my cursor. I am not really too sold on this team yet. I think that they're okay. I feel like the Glaive kind of proved himself, then he kind of didn't prove himself. I think Glaive right now is kind of in a weird position, but I'm going to be putting ENCE at number 22. I personally, I think that I could look at most of the operas here, and Potty is better than Fallen. I think he's better than a lot of operas here, actually. I actually think he's better than many of the operas in this area, but I don't think he's better than many of the operas above him. I think he might even be better than Safe, who's going to come in at number 21. MIBR at 21. So we got Big and Cloud9. We got Big and Cloud9. Cloud9 had better pieces that it was working around in Axile and Boomich, but they had 3 new people come in. Also, I'm going to just say this, guys. I think many people are overrating IC. I think people are kind of like, oh yeah, he was good on AmCall. Like, I watched his demos. Around the time of the major. I didn't think he was that good. I thought AmCall would make it through the RMR. I made that public. Like, I was like, yeah, I think AmCall's going to make it, but barely. I wasn't really too sold on that. And I feel like that's going to hamstring him. But I also think that Big have one of the worst operas also in all of these teams. I legitimately think that Searson might be worse than everybody except for Alistair. I think the only opera worse in all of these teams is Alistair. I think it's the second worst opera of all of these. And I hate to say that because I thought that they should have looked at it. I thought they really should have considered Searson when they got him with JDC. So I almost feel responsible. I almost feel, as the ghost GM of all of these teams, as so many of the roster moves that I say go through, I feel responsible. I feel single-handedly responsible, as a matter of fact. And so I'm going to put big here. I'm going to put big here. And that means Cloud9 is coming in at 18. At 18. You know what? I'm going to make a couple adjustments here. I'm going to make a couple small adjustments here. I actually am going to move. I'm going to do this. We're going to do that. There. I think GamerLegion is 24. I think they're a little bit... Actually, you know what? I think they're a little better than... Actually, we're doing that. GamerLegion moves up. I actually rate ZTR pretty highly. You know what? I can't have Astralis above G2 when Monte's on G2. Monte is literally on that team. Okay? He is on that team. So, there we go. And Nico's on that team. Spirit number 1. Yeah, I'm confident with that. Mouz number 2. They've just been playing unbelievably strong CS. They might be playing flat out in a studio environment the best Counter-Strike period of any team right now. FaZe, just so many different win conditions in every single game. And they obviously have an incredible IGL on top of that. Vitality. Yeah, I just think that they are very consistent with the exception of bad air quality. Katowice, they're really strong. They're always punching up. I actually think Mezi he's improved. He's still not as good as Rops. Like, if you went 1-for-1 with FaZe versus Vitality players, Zywoo beats Brokey just by a bit. He does beat Brokey by a bit. But then I would say Frozen. I'd take Frozen over Spinks. I would take Rops over Mezi. I would take Flames over Rain. And then Kerrigan and Apex is sort of... Apex is a better individual player, but Kerrigan seems to be the better overall in-game leader. Na'Vi right there. You give them time. Give them time. They can do anything. I think JL's also been weirdly slept on by a couple people. Like, well, Thorn and Kassad calling me out for me thinking JL's worse than... I mean, I think JL's better than Nerds. I think JL's definitely better than Nerds. So I'm sticking by that. And I think that wonderful ups and downs, but in a triple LM, he's going to find a few wins here for them. It feels a little weird to put a team with EMA at number 5 right now, but that's just they're playing the overall in terms of teams playing the best tactical CS for me. It's Mouz and it's Na'Vi. I think they're playing the best. Actually, Navi's playing better T sides. I'll say that, but Mouz has better teamwork, almost instinctually better teamwork than Na'Vi. VP right now, they look a little high. But I feel like they were putting it together at the end of the season. That's why I'm putting them number 6. The Mongolz, yeah, I think they've been playing better overall Counter-Strike than G2, Astralis, Eternal Fire. Yeah, they've been playing better. Yeah, and once I hit there, they're playing better Counter-Strike than all these teams. Yeah, they are. I mean, the ESL Challenger event was pretty bad for them, but when I see them at... That wasn't an S-tier event. They clearly just care about S-tier events. Everybody's going to have the same reaction tomorrow. When the Mongols play G2, they're going to say, if G2 win, they're going to say, oh, it's so obvious. Oh, it was so obvious. G2's going to win. They have Nico and Monte. It doesn't matter who you put next to them. They're always going to do well. But if the Mongols win, everybody's going to backpedal and say, oh, it was so obvious. The Mongols have been playing such good Counter-Strike lately. And obviously G2 are a brand new team. I know exactly what people are going to say. This the same shit. People are very predictable in these kinds of things. Okay, then we got Astralis, who have been playing much better through the second half of the season. And I still think that Device is one of the better operas in this space. Eternal Fire, a lot of it's built off the back of Xantares, but I still rate Wycadia pretty highly, even though Kassad made me have to, like, pull out on Wycadia. Ayo. I almost tempered my liking for Wycadia because Kassad said he was a top 20 player, which he's not, but he's still good. Okay, Heroic. Actually, Dexter just hasn't really caught on to form yet, but I feel like the other parts of the... You know what? Actually, that's the move I'm going to make here. That's the move I'm going to make. There we go. I think Complexity is better than Heroic. I do think Complexity is better than Heroic. I think JT has actually... I think... I'll list it like this. JT is a better in-game leader than Kixan. Elige is a better rifler than anybody on Heroic. And Halzerk's actually been better than Dexter. There. Even though Floppy and Grim Floppy and Grim are worse than Shush and Tessis, but the 3 most important parts of that team is, yeah, that's where it is. Literally, what has Kicksan done that has shown you that he's not better than JT? What is Dexter has just been literally just objectively worse than Halzerk. Yeah. If Mazinho gets a 6-pack, he will be the GOAT. Is it a hot take to say Cloud9 will be much better than Liquid? It's not a hot take. It's not. I mean, it is a hot take. It is. Yeah, you're right. It is a hot take. And then Liquid right beneath Heroic. The Twist IGL, guys. Twist IGL. I want to rate Liquid higher. I actually do. I think their pieces are pretty strong, but Twist is IGL. Actually, I might even lower them a bit. Actually, I think that's how I'm going to change this a little bit, guys. I think I'm going to lower Liquid just by a little bit more. I just don't think they're proven. Actually, you know what? I'm changing this up a bit. I'm actually swapping NIP with Liquid. I know it seems like I'm leapfrogging NIP over 9Z, but Wrinkle's better than Martinez. Yeah, Wrinkle's better than Martinez, and Alex is in 9Z's head because he speaks Spanish. That's why. That's actually... No. Okay, there we go. And Ultimate is not even that great of a CT opper. Okay, NIP, I have a weirdly large amount of faith in this roster. I think they're really on the come up. Now, yeah, 9Z, I'm kind of just giving a respect for the last month of what they did versus the rest of the season was just not on my radar. But they had some impressive victories, actually. I don't think Liquid's beating a Vitality or anything like that. I just don't think they're beating them. Also, 9Z literally beat Liquid. I know it was the old core, but in a matchup today, I just think they beat him again. Okay, Furia. I think they made some improvements. I think Skull... Actually, you know what? Ooh. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Power ranking? Furia above Liquid. Oh, my God. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually think that. I actually do think that. Oh no. I actually think it. I actually do think it. Dude, Sky was so bad and Skulls is actually such a reasonable player. Skulls will be... Here's the hottest take I have based off of the last 6 months of you guys listening to me. Skulls will be a reasonably good player for Furia. He will be a reasonably good player for Furia. And Ultimate, dude, Ultimate is not that sick. He's all right. On T side, Ultimate is kind of nuts. But on CT side, he doesn't take good positions. He doesn't choose good fights. But the thing is, Nav and Twiz are so good that they are above Aurora for me. Deco's better than Ultimate, but Nav and Twiz are better than everybody else on Aurora. Okay? Cloud9. Okay, the thing that's the problematic about Cloud9 is people are conflating their feelings of Cloud9 having no roster, and now they have this trio with them having, like a weird roster, okay? Axile looks like he's playing some of the star spots. Also, guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this. C9 win. This guy put together these positions that they're playing on FaZe games. Inters is playing middle on Ancient. He said right here. Ancient sees Axile's playing A, Inters is playing mid, Boomich is cave, Heavy God's B. I don't know about that. And then Mirage, Axile's playing a new position at connector, Heavy God's playing cat. Like, they didn't really play... I mean, Heavy God kind of played B/cat before. I mean, they're switching up some people here. A lot of people are switching up positions, and it's not as comfy for me. Big, I flat out think that Regon for Prosis is a big upgrade, and I also think the rumors are Toby is rejoining this team. I think that's going to help a lot. I really think that's going to help up a lot. MIBR versus Big actually is kind of a question, because you got Insani on one side, you got Exit. I'd say, okay, now, actually, yeah, no, I'm going to keep Big ahead of MIBR. I think MIBR have a weak link in BR and Ezan, and I think that Safe is actually not that sick of an opera right now. I think Drop might be pretty solid. I think Tapsin versus Exit is pretty equal right now, and Crimbo's better. Crimbo's good. Crimbo's pretty good. He's obviously very good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, ENCE above Falcons and Fnatic. I think they have a little bit more firepower. They got SDY. SDY is kind of sick. SDY is kind of sick right now. Let's see. I think SDY is one of the kind of sleeper moves of the offseason. ENCE has a chance to really move up. I think ENCE, there's a good chance ENCE ends in the top 14 pretty soon. I need to see some stuff though. I'm a little bit unsure. I'm not completely sold on him, but I think ENCE is building for the future, which is good. Falcons, they still have Sun Pius. Dupree's been pretty good overall. Ooh. But yeah, and I think Afro's so much weaker than Sun Pius that I'm going to put him there. GamerLegion is good. I think they're going to sell off some really strong pieces, but that's where I've got him right now. Now, BetBoom, could they go lower? Actually, FlyQuest literally beat BetBoom at ESL Pro League. But I think Zorte's a better opera. I think that was an aberration. I don't think that was something that's going to be replicated. Yeah, I'm going to stand by that. I think FlyQuest are, I think they're just a little too hamstrung with their opera situation. Imperial, pretty good. TSM, looking better lately. 3D Max, barely holding on to a top 30 spot in my eyes. M80, I think they took a big blow by losing Mongolz. B8, Bait's pretty good, though. Bait is pretty good. It was the Mongolz show, but other people were contributors, for sure. Yeah, Bait, Saw... 0 Tenacity, if they're legit. 1 win. Some people are saying, like, how is 1 win so high? How is 1 win so high? I want you to just look at their roster, guys. Like, I mean, I saw that. And Neelan, Hobbit, Buster, Ryujin, Laddick. I tell Reddit that Neelan's overrated by Redditors, but he still could be the IGL of a top 35 team. This roster can be totally solid. I think the biggest question mark for me is Ryujin. Laddick, I've seen enough of. I think he's okay. I think he's all right. Buster, solid piece. Hobbit, solid piece. Neelan's okay. He looks really smart. That's why you think that. Yeah, exactly. This team got a serious upgrade. Like, look at this. Their roster, they were 47th in the world with Jo. With Hobbit, yeah, I'm giving that's a way better. That's 35. Is that crazy? I don't even understand. I don't understand how that's that crazy. Now, Monte are working with this. Demka, Krasnal, Stiko, Deha, Hades. And Hades is in-game leading. Actually, okay, you know what? There we go. There we go. That's where I'm... there. Yeah, I think Monte kind of fell off with those moves. Demka is sick. Demka's so good. Krasnal's kind of like hit or miss. Stiko is like another Krasnal. And then Deha, like, the thing is that this team's star rifler is Demka. So I can't rate that higher than Jacob, Cypher, and having Hampus as an in-game leader instead of Hades. Where would I put Sashi? Oh, actually, you know what? I totally missed them. There we go. I think that's Bait greater than 3D Max. Fine, you're in my chat. There you go. You're in my chat. You get to say that. You get to say that. Also, I've just watched you guys more. Okay, let's go band for band. JT and Calyx. Okay, I'm gonna bold the people that win. Italicize for a slight favorite. Italicize for a slight favorite. Bold for a favorite. Bold for a favorite. Bold for a favorite. This is really close, guys. It's really close. But actually, now that I've done it, 3 versus 2. All right, 3 versus 2 in my head. There we go. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. There, it's done. Okay, that's my power rankings for... Actually, in fact, here, let's make it a screenshot. Let's make it something This is a good screenshot. There. If that's not screenshotted, then you missed your chance, okay? Thanks to everybody that followed and subbed today. That is all greatly appreciated. It's my birthday's coming up. So, as always, being toxic is a choice.